Hi, I'm Terry Brock, and today we've got a special treat for you as we talk to one of the greats of NSA and the speaking profession, and that is Brian Tracy. He joins us now. Brian, thanks for being with us.
Pleasure, Terry.
It is good to have you here. Now, you've been in speaking for how many years now?
30 years now.
30 years. Well, you've seen a lot of changes in technology particularly. Be interested in seeing what you're seeing, how it's changed, and what's working well for you today.
Well, you know, they say in French, le plus le change, le plus la même chose. The more the change, the more things are the same. Nothing will ever replace the quality speaker on their feet, delivering in a way that's entertaining, educational, motivating, funny, moving, and so on. Nothing will ever replace that. Everything in technology that we've used for 30 years, and we're very current with technology, is to get to that point. And nothing replaces it. We just heard the speaker talk today about death by PowerPoint. Is people thought that PowerPoint, well, that's the key. You've got to get everything on PowerPoint. But the fact of the matter is, and I learned this recently, it's wonderful, is that the spoken word connects with the heart, but the PowerPoint only connects with the head. And if you rely too much on PowerPoint, what happens is you don't connect with the audience. They say, oh, that's a very interesting point. They don't say, wow, what a great speech. Because it's only the words coming from the emotions and the heart and the conviction of the speaker that count.
Exactly. It was like Cicero we talk about, who had men move to march. I don't know what his PowerPoints were like, but I think it was more of the ideas he had.
Yes. So when I began, the only way that I could sell was, first of all, I advertised. And when I spent all my money advertising and nothing had happened, I went out and knocked on doors and sold personally. And you had to sell basically head-to-head, knee-to-knee, one person at a time to come to my seminars. And then I would go and give the seminars. And then after I'd given the seminars, I would go and serve the coffee. And then I'd go back to the front of the room and give the seminar. I would do 100% of it. I'd sell during the week, give the seminars on the weekend. Then one day someone said, could I get this on audio? And I said, sure, I'll do that someday. Then somebody else asked it. So I had someone sit in the seminar and record it with a Marantz. And they just put it on and off between changing flip chart pages and so on. We took that. It's called The Psychology of Achievement. We cleaned it up. It became the best-selling audio program of its kind in history. Psychology of Achievement, 27 languages. And, of course, we've upgraded it and smoothed it out since then.
And it's great. I've listened to it myself many times. It's wonderful, great information. Those of you listening and watching, I would encourage you to go back and listen to the principles of that.
Well, thank you. And then we started to put these programs onto video. And now the video programs are used worldwide as training tools. Then we created workbooks to go with the video. And then we created leaders' guides and facilitators' guides to train people with the video, and then we reproduce the programs onto audio again. And now what we do is we have our own studio. Jumping ahead 30 years, we have our own film studio in our own offices where we can shoot the same quality that we used to have to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars in television stations for. And we could set up the whole studio for $15,000. 2 cameras with teleprompters, with mixers, with backgrounds. It's the most phenomenal thing. I have people from 50 miles around come and use our studios to shoot their stuff, which then goes out online to hundreds of thousands, millions of people. So now all of our promotion is online. And I will shoot a video explaining an upcoming program or book or something else, and we will send it out. People will click on it. They will watch it. They'll click below. They'll order it. We have we have 2 people who work actively on Facebook and on Twitter and on a whole series of other active social media sites to keep the name out there, keep the word out there.
So you're using current technology for promotion?
Yes, and the main thing is to keep your name known, get people to remember you, think about you. I publish 4 books a year, and I do full promotions, all different publishers, and I do full promotions on them, and they're published worldwide. So now I speak overseas. I've spoken in 57 countries now overseas, primarily because they have published my books. The books have become big sellers. People have booked me to go and speak in those countries. I'm a big speaker in China, Russia. I've spoken on India, Africa, every European country, South America, all of the Middle Eastern countries. I've just been booked now to speak in Egypt and Jordan and Bahrain.
Oh, that'll be interesting with everything going on as we're recording this.
That will be interesting. But what I have found, because I've been in and out of revolutions throughout my life, and sometimes when there's revolutions going on downtown, business is going on quite normally on the fringes of town, or vice versa.
That's true.
So as long as the commercial aircraft will fly in, it means it's a safe place. if the commercial aircraft cancel their flights, well, then you don't want to go there.
That's true. Well, now we got just a few moments left, but I want to find out, get your crystal ball out, rub it real well, and tell us, where do you, as the veteran that you are, and the magnificent career success that you've had already, where do you see us going in the next few years in speaking and communication?
Well, Neil Cabine once said that really good speaking is edutainment. And I always like that. It's edutainment. In other words, you're teaching people valuable things that can enhance the quality of their lives and their work, and you're teaching it in an entertaining way that sticks. And that means that you have to keep current. If you're going to speak on goal setting or time management or customer service, you've got to be current with everything that's going on in that field so that every talk you give is a living talk. It's a little bit different. It adds on something. Sometimes I'll give a talk, and I will mention in 5 or 10 minutes of the talk, I'll discuss an article in the Wall Street Journal that I read in the room before I came down. I was just giving a talk for 2,000 people 2 days ago, and I had just read a really good article on gratitude in Reader's Digest before I came down. So I talked to them about this article and how this person was going through every kind of turmoil, and they just decided to practice gratitude every single day by writing a single note. And everybody wrote that down. Just say thank you, written or live, to everybody on a daily basis. And it's amazing. It'll totally transform the person you are in the inside and change the results you get on the outside. And they said afterwards it was one of the best talks that they ever had. And that was part of it.
Excellent. Brian Tracy, you have helped so many people, millions of people, and myself included. So thank you very much for all you've done. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you, Chair. It's been a great pleasure. Thank you.